organized by the Society of Information Processing Bangalore, sponsored by the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, TechVip 2, UVCE, Alpha College of Engineering and Vijay Vittala Institute of Technology. I request Professor Deepa Shanai, Chairperson Department of CSE, and Professor K.B. Raja, Placement Officer UVCE, to lead all the dignitaries onto the dais. Professor V. Timme Gowda, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Bangalore University, and Chief Guest of the inaugural function. Dr. Sujit Kumar Chakravarti, Guest of Honor for today's function. Professor Venugopal K.R., the Program Chair of IMCIP 2015, and Professor L.M. Patnaik, the General Chair of IMCIP 2015. Endeavoring our traditional theme of Indian culture and customs, every function is always first enlightened by invoking the blessings of the Almighty. So I now call upon Ms. Bhagavati, an alumnus of UVCE, to present the invocation song.
ಗಜಮುಖ ವಂದಿಸುವೆ ಕರುಣಿಸಿ ಕಾಯೋ ಗಜಮುಖ ವಂದಿಸುವೆ ಕರುಣಿಸಿ ಕಾಯೋ ಗಜಮುಖ ವಂದಿಪೆ ಗಜಗೌರಿಯ ಪುತ್ರ ಅಜಲ ಪೀತನ ಮೊಮ್ಮಗನ ಮೋಹದ ಬಾಲ ಗಜಮುಖ ವಂದಿಸುವೆ ಕರುಣಿಸಿ ಕಾಯೋ ನೀಲಕಂಠನ ಸುತ ಬಾಲ ಗಣೇಶನೇ ಬಾರಿ ಬಾರಿಗೂ ನಿನ್ನ ಭಜನೆ ಮಾಡುವೆನು ನೀಲಕಂಠನ ಸುತ ಬಾಲ ಗಣೇಶನೇ ಬಾರಿ ಬಾರಿಗೂ ನಿನ್ನ ಭಜನೆ ಮಾಡುವೆನು ಪರ್ವತನ ಪುತ್ರಿ ಪಾರ್ವತಿಯ ಕುಮಾರ ಗರ್ವಿಯ ಚಂದ್ರಗೆ ಸ್ಥಿರ ಶಾಪ ಕೊಟ್ಟನೆ ಪರ್ವತನ ಪುತ್ರಿ ಪಾರ್ವತಿಯ ಕುಮಾರ ಗರ್ವಿಯ ಚಂದ್ರಗೆ ಸ್ಥಿರ ಶಾಪ ಕೊಟ್ಟನೆ ಗಜಮುಖ ವಂದಿಸುವೆ ಕರುಣಿಸಿ ಕಾಯೋ ಹರಿಹರರು ನಿನ್ನ ಚರಣ ಪೂಜೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ದುರುಳ ಹಂತಕರನು ತರಿದು ಬಿಸುಡಿದರಯ್ಯ ಹರಿಹರರು ನಿನ್ನ ಚರಣ ಪೂಜೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ದುರುಳ ಹಂತಕರನು ತರಿದು ಬಿಸುಡಿದರಯ್ಯ ಮತಿಗೆಟ್ಟ ರಾವಣ ಪೂಜಿಸದೆ ಸೀತಾಪತಿ ಕರದಿಂದಲಿ ಹತನಾಗಿ ಹೋದನು ವಾರಿ ಜನಾಭ ಶ್ರೀ ಹಯವದನನ ಪಾದ ಸೇರುವ ಭಾಗ್ಯದ ದಾರಿಯ ತೋರಿಸೋ ವಾರಿ ಜನಾಭ ಶ್ರೀ ಹಯವದನನ ಪಾದ ಸೇರುವ ಭಾಗ್ಯದ
Bhagavathi. It's my pleasure to introduce Professor L.M. Patnaik, General Chair IMCIP 2015, to the audience. Professor L.M. Patnaik is the ex-Vice Chancellor of Defence Institute of Advanced Technology, Pune, India. He was a professor since 1986 with the Department of Computer Science and Automation, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. During the past 35 years of his service at the Institute, he has over 650 research publications in refereed international journals and conference proceedings. He is a fellow of all the 4 leading science and engineering academies in India. Fellow of the IEEE and the Academy of Science for the Developing World. He has received 20 national and international awards. Notable among them is the IEEE Technical Achievement Award for his significant contribution to high-performance computing and soft computing. His areas of research interest have been parallel and distributed computing, mobile computing, CAD for VLSI circuits, soft computing, and computational neuroscience. He has graduated 20 PhD students. I request Professor L.M. Patnaik to welcome the delegates.
Good morning. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Bangalore University, Professor Thimagoda, Professor Venugopal, Dr. Sujit Kumar, Professor Deepa Senoy, Professor Viraja, other faculty members, heads of the department from different engineering colleges, delegates, the conference, and young student friends. On behalf of the organizers, particularly as the General Chair of the 8th International Conference, it is my pleasure and honor, 11th International Conference. I will tell you why I am out of sync with time. In fact, I have been traveling for the last 2 days. Professor Venugopal knows I was somewhere in Anantapur. I was not sure whether I will be able to make it or not. Okay? I was in the inaugural function of another conference yesterday and some other meeting. I just reached home and Professor Sikantaya got hold of me that I should be here. Okay? And I was just asking for the details of the papers, schedule and all that. So I looked at the schedule sheet. They had printed it 8th conference of this one. Okay? Now the genesis behind this conference is we primarily wanted to have a forum where students, particularly young researchers who are registered for PhD, those who do not get opportunity to present their papers in international forums, like going to countries outside India, to have a forum for them. Because when you submit the PhD thesis, one of the requirements for most of the institutions, universities, should have been reviewed, published some forums. And to get a quick review, feedback, takes some time. And it is pretty hard for young researchers, particularly to get travel funding, to participate in conferences abroad and get feedback, criticisms about their work. And as all of us know, journal papers take time, particularly in our area, IEEE and ACM. It is something like almost 6 months, 8 months, 1 year in the turnaround time. Even to get a first decision itself takes time. In order to address this serious issue of providing a platform, getting some peer review, comments, and have a healthy criticism so that young researchers, particularly undergraduate students, master's students, and doctoral students, get an opportunity. That is one of the reasons for which we started this conference under the aegis of a society called Society for Information Processing. The UVCE, under the leadership of Professor Venugopal and the Bangalore University, has been championing this cause, and they have been providing support year after year in terms of the technical organizational skills and support by large number of faculty members, those who are registered for their PhD degree with Professor Venugopal. Sustaining this conference over the years has been really a challenge in maintaining the quality, particularly when you see the proceedings has to be printed by a very well-known publisher like Elsevier. In the past, sometime it was Springer. So it has been really tough to meet the exacting standards of these publishers. So on behalf of the entire organizing committee, particularly as the general chair of the conference, I have pleasure and honor to welcome you all, and in particular to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Nagoda, who has been kind enough to spare his time to come all the way. So I would request him to accept bouquet from our side and extend a floral welcome. In fact, he has been supportive over the years. Whenever we request him to come for the inaugural function of this conference, even in the past, he has kindly agreed. Unless he gives his green signal, the patronage and support of UVC also is not possible. Okay? Because in a way, they come under his control as of now. And other than that, I personally know him. He is a very distinguished researcher, fellow of academies and all. So obviously, he has a soft corner and he encourages academic activities. We are indeed privileged. We are also honored to have a young faculty member from IT, who I understand with the Institute of Science earlier doing doctoral work and IT as a faculty member, Dr. Sujit Kumar. Okay. So it is, I think, nice that this time the conference would track and find out someone from younger generation to participate in the inaugural. Because everyone talks about giving or passing on the mantle to the youth and asking them to take over charge and lead the nation. Particularly IT, computers, communication, these areas, it is they are the ones who are the leaders. And if a fellow like me try and go anywhere near IT company, you know, my biodata will be thrown into the dustbin. Okay? I'll be a misfit. Okay? First they will say on the age criteria. They won't even look at the publications, biodata for fellowship and all that. So it is good that you have someone like him who has a mixed experience of academia. I think it was also with the industry, I gather. Philips, right? Pardon me?
General Motors.
General Motors also. So it is good that we have people of this caliber participating in the inaugural function. And of course, from insiders, we have on the dais Professor Venugopal. I need not embarrass him. He is the central theme, central point of the conference. He is running the show. So I would request him. Yes, you have to do that. We have also Professor Deepa Sanoy from UVC again, who has been supporting us over the years, okay, in terms of organization, reviews, then putting the papers and grouping them into different sessions, conference proceedings, and all that stuff. Yeah. Good. Professor Kebiraza has been faculty and he has been a professor here, and he has been performing 12 roles sometimes. He has presented papers, chaired sessions, he has authored, and over and above that he also takes active part in the organization. Okay? So I would also like to extend a warm welcome to Professor Kebiraza. So my special round of welcome to those delegates, particularly who have come outside, good number. I think after the inauguration, there are a few more joining. Usually, inaugural session, people try to skip, and the second thing is, no one expected probably that it will start on the dot at 9 o'clock. Okay? Invariably, we give a schedule. Usually it is taken for granted that it is 9 o'clock, but then it will never start at 9 o'clock. But then Professor Venugopal has been very exacting time. Yesterday I was at meeting, travels. He has been calling me regularly. I should come, I should be there at time. Even though I said I will be there, come what may, he was not quite coming. So it is good that we are sticking to time. Though probably I didn't stick to my time, they allotted me 2 minutes. I think I have crossed my time limit of 2 minutes. He has been quite strict. I don't want to talk about the topic in the conference. You will hear a lot of things from many speakers. It addresses a broad range of topics, you see, starting from communication, networks, image signal processing, data mining. There are different tracks. Earlier on we had a single track, but then now we found that there is interest in all these areas. We are getting quite a good number of high quality papers. We found it very tough to organize them all in a single track. So we had to have multiple tracks. Okay? You may have problem in choosing them which one to attend, but I think that is something which cannot be helped when you try to make it more and more specialized. Okay? So wish you all the best. I am sure it will carry pleasant memories of the conference, and other than having worked in communication networks, you will have certain amount of social network and professional networking. That is the main objective of the conference. Meet people, get to know, okay, exchange email addresses, and see how to continue these over social networks and Twitter and all that. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir. I now request Professor Shiv Shankari to welcome Professor L.M. Patnaik to the gathering. Our auspicious function commences with the lighting of the lamp termed Akhanda Deepa. Light symbolizes knowledge. Knowledge removes ignorance, just as light removes darkness. Chaitanya, who is the source, the generator and illuminator of the knowledge, is worshipped as a Lord himself in India. I now request all the dignitaries to light the lamp to mark the inauguration of IMCIP 2015.
Anyone? Some young delegates? No, they will do with me. There is no problem. Fast. Yes. Okay. Where are you from? Himachal Pradesh. Where are you? Which place? Come hold. Oh, very good.